You know who I am. You're watching Cole TV.
Greetings and salutations, everybody, and happy holidays, and welcome back in to Pro Wrestling 60, where we talk about everything that happened in the past week in the world of professional wrestling. It's been another busy week. I'm XLJ, the OG, joined by my partner in crime, my brother from another mother, this week hailing straight from the North Pole, folks, Mr. B-Roll.
Yes, and was visiting Santa Claus himself the other day, and I found out that he's a fan of the show. Fan of the show, loves him some PW60 because he's very busy. He's a big wrestling fan, but he's very busy, and so sometimes he can't keep up with all of it. So he enjoys PW60 because it catches him up.
Yeah, so I guess we've been good boys this year, so we should expect some good things from Santa. I would hope.
Who knows? Who knows?
Well, holiday week has begun here on Cole TV. We're kicking it off tonight here with this special holiday edition of Pro Wrestling 60. We got all sorts of fun in store for you, but we got a lot to talk about. As you always say, Mr. B-Roll, I'm going to throw you your line.
That's right. So strap on in, get you some eggnog, and maybe some Christmas sugar cookies or something like that, and we'll get you caught up. Clock starts now.
Let's go. And our top story of the week, it's not a fun one to be talking about, folks, but we got to talk about it nonetheless. One of the biggest names in all of professional wrestling is out indefinitely. That is the best bout machine himself, Kenny Omega, announced this past week that he will be out for who knows how long, as he is fighting a battle of diverticulitis, which that's no joke, man. This is like a serious illness. Remember Brock Lesnar had this years ago, and it almost killed him. It almost slayed the beast. So our thoughts and prayers are definitely with the best bout machine. We hope he gets over this, and we hope he gets healed up soon. But what do you make of this, man? This is bummer news.
Yeah, it kind of came out of nowhere, right?
It did, yeah.
Because he was on Dynamite, and the promo was cut, and all intents and purposes setting up for a match for the tag titles at World's End.
Which makes you wonder what's going to happen with that now. I mean, obviously that's not the big story here. Of course, the big story here is Kenny Omega's health. But we here at PW60, we want to wish him well and hope he gets to feeling better, gets to feeling like he has a healthy and happy lifestyle, and hopefully we get to see him back in the ring. But Kenny Omega wasn't the only one that was announced. We got another huge name that suffered an injury as well. It was announced this week on SmackDown that Charlotte Flair will be out of action for at least 9 months due to, I believe, ACL she suffered. But she is going to be out for 9 months. It's crazy to think about this, B-Roll, but a WrestleMania without Charlotte Flair in it?
Yeah, it's when the injury happened, you got the feeling, which you never know, but you got the feeling that it wasn't good.
Yeah, you could tell instantly just her reaction. I think she can even be audibly heard saying like my knee, my knee, my knee. But yeah, it's not good, man. But we here also want to wish her a speedy recovery and hope that the Queen gets back into the ring. Love her or hate her, you don't want to see anybody get injured, folks. So once again, we want to wish Charlotte Flair and Kenny Omega the best, and we hope they get healthy and happy and are back in the ring here real soon. Well, this past week, Ring of Honor's last pay-per-view, I guess. Can we call it a pay-per-view? I'm going to call it a pay-per-view. It's still pay-per-view to me, damn it. You know how I feel about the PLEs. But anyways, Final Battle took place this past Friday night, and I got to tell you, B-roll, like the it's kind of like a divide here. I felt like the first half of the show, I think some people were kind of like, yeah, but man, oh man, the second half was freaking amazing. Overall, I thought it was a good show, but we got to get right into it. We got to talk about this. Your main event, once again, Athena main eventing a Ring of Honor pay-per-view as she should, defending her Ring of Honor World Championship against her minion, Billy Starks, the young Billy Starks. What a huge moment this was. First of all, very physical matchup. The storytelling, the build up to this was amazing. I always loved like the student challenging the teacher, so to speak, and like what Athena's been putting her through, and she's just this hard badass. And here you got this fun-loving kid in Billy Starks. I love the story going into this, but what do you make of this matchup, this historic matchup that happened at Final Battle?
Man, it was all that in a bag of chips. They did an amazing job, and it full-heartedly deserved to be the main event of that pay-per-view. I mean, towards the finish of the match, I mean, it started out it was just brutal, physical, but then towards the finish, you're kind of on the edge of your seat with the near falls, and
Yeah, the back and forth
champion ends up retaining. Not super surprised.
But you know what? They told such a good story. There was times
Yeah.
where I thought Billy was winning it, man. I really thought like, okay,
Yep.
this is it. And keep in mind, Athena continues her historic run with the Ring of Honor World Women's Championship as we're over a year now, I believe, officially in her run. And here's the thing, and you and I kind of had this conversation the other
Mhm.
day, as we'll be looking forward here to the end of the year awards and stuff. And, people are talking about the Women's Wrestler of the Year. Athena is in that conversation. I mean, if not, maybe the favorite. I mean, she's had arguably one of the best years of any competitor going today. But man, oh man, she truly deserves it. She deserves all the flowers. So does Billy Starks too for this incredible matchup. And of course, you folks know that our match of the week here on PW60 has to be Athena retaining her ROH Women's Championship against Billy Starks. But I have to say, B-roll, there was some close competition for match of the week because we got to talk about this one.
Yeah.
How about that 6-man tag featuring Dim Top Guys, which they still owe you royalties for the shirt. Of course, Mark Briscoe teaming up with FTR to go up against the Blackpool Combat Club's Brian Danielson, John Moxley, and Claudio Castagnoli. And this was a tribute match, of course, to Jay Briscoe because it's just a match. Just think, a year ago, pretty much, Jay Briscoe and Mark teamed up and defeated and wrestled FTR in that dog collar match, and here we are now. Of course, we've lost Jay. It's hard to believe it's almost been a year without Jay, man.
Yeah. It's really crazy.
Yeah. But man, what a tribute match this was in honor of him. Very physical, as one could imagine. Back and forth. You and I were talking about this, Lou. We love how, it kind of was like, oh, the finish was going to be that hokey, like, count out Mark Briscoe.
Yeah.
Pretty much is like, nah, we're not doing that shit.
Yeah. I love how, because like I was mad. I was like, no, this is not how this is ending. And then I love how he got on the mic and he was like just allowed and was himself. And he was like, oh, hell no.
Yeah. It's like, nah, we ain't going to do that, son. But nonetheless, an incredible matchup and a great tribute to the late, great Jay Briscoe in this matchup. But we said Ring of Honor has some great matches, and we got to talk about this one. How about the survival of the fittest matchup for the Ring of Honor World Television Championship? Incredible back and forth on this one. But are you a little surprised with the outcome? Because Aussie opens, Kyle Fletcher is your new Ring of Honor World Television Champion, as he did survive the survival of the fittest matchup, representing the Don Callis family. Uh, Dude, I gotta say, like ever since the injury, like Kyle Fletcher has been killing it. Like I want to see Aussie Open back as a tag team. Don't get me wrong, but I'm enjoying this Kyle Fletcher single run, and this is a huge moment for him. And that survival of the fittest match was sick. I mean, personally, I was pulling for Dalton Castle or Brian Keith, but I'm okay with Kyle Fletcher winning this. What'd you make of the Kyle Fletcher winning the ROH TV title?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I won't lie. I really wanted Dalton Castle to win. I had gone on the record saying if Dalton Castle doesn't win, we riot. But I'm not. I guess if Dalton Castle didn't win, out of the people that were in this, I was okay with Kyle Fletcher winning.
Yeah, that's kind of the way I look at it. I guess he would be my third pick, I guess.
Once we found out it was Brian Keith, because that was kind of like I didn't find out about that till like the pre-show that they were gonna like
Yeah.
have a match to see who was in it. It would have been kind of neat with him being like at home, basically. But
Oh yeah. With Texas.
definitely, I'm not unhappy with the result.
Yeah.
But
It could have been.
I think we had this discussion the other day. You made the comment like he has really put on some size too.
Yeah, he's looking big. He's looking
Yeah.
great, man. So yeah, great for Kyle Fletcher, and the biggest moment of his career as far as a singles champion. And that being said, of course, you have to know Kyle Fletcher is going to be our wrestler of the week here on PW60. Also, we got to see this war between big meaty men slapping meat as Keith Lee and Shane Taylor went to war at Final Battle. Of course, we all know the build up to this and just that year's friendship kind of thrown out the window. Keith Lee did pick up the win, but Shane Taylor looked great. Yeah, bask in his glory. I thought it was a pretty cool moment there at the end too, when like Shane Taylor and like his daughter in the crowd and stuff that was pretty neat. But um, I love this matchup. I think there's some people you IWC use kind of griping that this wasn't that. I thought it was a great matchup. Did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. I mean, it was two big meaty men slapping meat, and whenever the crowd's chanting meat, it pops me. So
yeah, anytime we get a meat chant breaking out, I'm for it. So, but Keith Lee picking up the win. You think we're gonna see more Keith Lee in Ring of Honor still, or?
Well, I don't know. Let's get to Collision.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. And also, we got to see Wheeler Yuta retained his pure title against Filthy Tom Lawler. Fun matchup. Great seeing Tom Lawler in Ring of Honor too, man. I was happy to see him challenge. I mean, they kind of put this match on last minute too, but great matchup. I like the storytelling in this too, and kudos to Caprice Cole and Ian Riccaboni for like the story they told in this matchup. Really like the calling it, like kind of talking about Tom Lawler's background and stuff. And I love the spot, where he hits him with the fist, and it's like, oh no, you get one warning. So the storytelling this was great. Your boy Willer though is still your pure champion though. After this one, were you happy to see your white bread hero retain his championship? I know you love Willer.
I mean, he isn't the whitest bread of white bread out there. So
that's true.
He just should talk a little less. Is all he needs to do.
Yeah, he feels like he's just like Mighty Mouse or something. Like I'm a tough guy. It just
yeah, just talk a little less. Let your wrestling do the talking for you.
Yeah, we're good. And we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Gates of Agony retained their 6-man tag team titles against TMDK. That's all I'm going to say about that. I mean, come on. It's just like, whatever. I don't know. That, to me, was, I'm sorry, it's my pee break match. Also, we got to see All Ego Ethan Page defeat Tony Nese in a fun I Quit match. I thought that was a very fun matchup. Got some nice cameos here as Mark Henry came out, as well as Scorpio Sky. Perhaps maybe we're going to see Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky Men of the Year form back again on Ring of Honor. Who knows? It's always great to see Scorpio Sky on our screen. And Ethan Page needs more screen time, damn it. I'm just saying. But this was a tremendous win and a great moment for him at Final Battle. And then we had some other action, of course, as well, including on the pre-show. We did get to see our Ring of Honor current champion, Eddie Kingston, was on the pay-per-view as he went up against Anthony Henry from the Workhorsemen. We also got to see the opener with El Hijo del Vikingo going up against Black Taurus. The Von Erichs were in action as well. All in all, man, I thought Final Battle was a great show. A little bit of a slow start, but man, oh man, that finish, that's what you remember, brother, is the finish. And the finish of Final Battle was incredible. It was almost like the perfect Christmas gift, I guess you could say. Well, maybe not perfect. But,
with the Eddie Kingston and Anthony Henry match thrown in between.
yeah. It's like, yeah, okay, I'll take it. So at least that Billy Starks and Athena match, that's I definitely want that under a Christmas tree. But Mr. Beaver, all this talk about holidays, and of course this is our holiday episode of PW60. It's got me thinking. It's like, who do you think is on the naughty list? Who do you think's on the nice list? Well, I think I know somebody who may have the inside information on that. So you know it. Let's go to our good friend, the Best Gout Machine.
Well, fellas, as we all know, me and Santa are like this. And I got the scoop on who's on the naughty and who's on the nice list in the world of professional wrestling. For starters, we got Jey Uso, who is obviously on the nice list. Now, over here, this son of a bitch right here, Jimmy Uso, is on the naughty list. Why? Because he ruined SummerSlam. Shame on you, Jimmy Uso. I have not watched WWE since. Has anything happened? Next up, we got Dominic Mysterio, who is on the nice list. Evidently, Santa is a fan of chicken strips. Honestly, the jury's still out on MJF if he's naughty or nice. We're just going to have to wait till we find out who the devil is. It's Marco Stunt. Bailey's on the naughty list. Jeff Hardy is on the nice list. Good job on your sobriety, my good man. Now, even though Jim Ross is on the nice list, Santa's still going to give him a lump of coal. Charcoal, because we're going to have ourselves a barbecue, baby! Naughty. He's on the naughty list. You're on BGM probation, mister. Give me a shot at that belt. Who are you going to give it to? Randy Orton? Who gives a fuck about Randy Orton? And finally, Santa! Put Roderick Strong on the nice list because he is an inspiration to people with neck health issues. He has brought awareness to hashtag neck awareness to No Neck November. It's time to neck the halls with balls of glory. Goodness gracious, great balls of fury. Is that how the song goes? I don't know. End of Heartache's a good song. Even through the darkest days, the fire... Wait, wrong song. Wrong Kill Switch Engage song. Merry Christmas, everyone! Shania Twain! Wait, I think I already said that in this video, or not yet. Soon, little gouty boy.
Is that got what? Is that something to do with the basement from? Okay, I'm confused. Anyways, nonetheless, yes, I think Best Scout's got it figured out, at least on the naughty or nice list.
Yeah, the naughty and nice list.
I'm so perplexed by that. But anyways, let's get back into it. And hey, Friday Night SmackDown was a loaded show this week as well. Had some big, big moments, didn't we, Mr. B-Roll? Of course, we got to see him. That is right. Carmelo Hayes advanced in the United States title tournament to determine the number one contender as he defeated Grayson Waller. And Kevin Owens advanced, defeating Austin Theory. Also interested to see what's going on with Damage Control. Seems like they kind of hit the reset button on them, and now we're going to get like a more focused Damage Control. The Kabuki Warriors are back. That's awesome. I'm sorry, but Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, I think your days are numbered. And of course, our Tribal King himself returned on Friday Night SmackDown as the Bloodline opened the show. And it looks like the Viper himself, Randy Orton, has challenged Roman Reigns for the Royal Rumble. That match looks to be in place, which that's going to be interesting. And of course, we get to see Randy Orton go one-on-one with Jimmy Uso. But let's talk about the big story coming out of Friday night. We have the return of the phenomenal one himself, AJ Styles, come out to make the save for Randy Orton or LA Knight, or did he? As it was so, of course, stopped the bloodline there, but then AJ Styles attacked LA Knight. What's up with that, B-Roll? What do you make of that?
I feel like maybe we're just getting like this new attitude of an AJ, like kind of like if you want some, come get some. Everyone's gonna get it because he's huge now, and
yes, dude, AJ Styles. We talked about Randy Orton
looking jacked.
Holy crap, AJ Styles is like, damn boy.
Yeah, and what'd you think about Solo being called the tribal heir?
Yes, that's very interesting. You kind of saw that reaction from Jimmy too. He wasn't feeling it, was he? Now,
yeah. Apparently, it got trademarked and everything.
So, but I'm not surprised. I mean, I think he would be the next in line. I mean, he is the enforcer of the bloodline. But hey, it's Royal Rumble season essentially, so there's going to be some hostility amongst competitors. So it's going to make it all the more interesting when we get to that fateful day in January. Because, I mean, you've got some huge main event names that are going to be in that matchup. And I bet you AJ Styles and LA Knight are two of the names you could put on that list. But let's talk about Monday Night Raw this past week. A loaded Monday Night Raw as well. As we got to see, how about that kicking off with Drew McIntyre going up against Jey Uso. Excuse me. How about, looks like we're finally going to get the Becky Lynch Nia Jax matchup we've been waiting for like 7 years or however long it's been, which is crazy to think. And then also we got to talk about, how about Mommy putting I can't even think of the girl's name right now.
Maxine Dupree.
Maxine, thank you, in her place. A little bit of a blowout there, but hey, at least she got some in-ring time with Mommy, I guess you could say. I don't know. I felt a little bad for Alpha Academy after that, but let's talk about one of the big moments coming out of Monday Night Raw. CM Punk is officially going to be on the Monday Night Raw roster, and one World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins, didn't feel too good about that. Man, oh man, what a moment this was between these two. Finally, like this tension that's been building, this promo, incredible promo by both of them. And yes, I know you have you online IWC fans. Oh, well, the same thing Eggman Page. But I don't know. Like, I kind of get what they're saying, but I mean, it's a different story. I mean,
I think the similarities are like purposeful.
There's a different. There's a much longer story here than that. I mean, like, Seth and Punk has had this on again, off again, or this kind of rivalry, like behind the scenes. It seems like, or at least you see like shit stirring in like interviews and stuff outside of wrestling. So, it's like Eric Bischoff says, controversy creates cash. So it looks like we may possibly be getting this at WrestleMania. I'm for it. I want to see it. I think that would be a tremendous matchup. But at some point in time, we are going to get CM Punk and Seth Rollins one-on-one, man. I cannot wait for it. And on the main event of Monday Night Raw, we got to see the epic showdown with Shinsuke Nakamura and Cody Rhodes. Didn't go the way the American Nightmare planned to, but it was announced that there is going to be a rematch between these two. I believe it's on the December 26th house show, but it's at Madison Square Garden. But the cool thing is, get this, it's going to be an actual bull rope match. How awesome is that? A bull rope match in the garden with the Rhodes in it? Hell yeah. I am here for that. That's gonna be a dope ass show at the Garden, man. But Raw was a pretty solid show too, man. Like we say it here all the time, WWE is firing on all cylinders right now, man. I mean, it's putting out some great weekly shows on both Raw and SmackDown. Well, let's go back and talk about AEW's Dynamite from this past week as the Continental Classic did continue on. We got some tremendous matchups. What'd you make of that main event with Swerve against Moxley?
Man, I mean, I loved the match. I was kind of hoping, but I was kind of hoping that Swerve would win. But I think I'm putting 2 and 2 together that they're probably going to meet in the finals, and then that's where, or I guess it'd be the semifinals, and that's where Swerve picks up that win.
Don't count them out yet, folks. There's still at least 2 weeks here on the Continental Classic, but we are getting down to the wire. Of course, we kicked off the show with the Samoa Joe promo. Then we got that Hangman Roderick Strong matchup, which I love that. I love the storytelling there. Of course, if you go years back in Ring of Honor history, Hangman was the quote unquote young boy for Roderick Strong many years ago. We got to see Riho make her return on Dynamite. Here's a hot take. I don't care about Riho. I can't connect. I don't like. I mean, no disrespect to her, but Ruby Soho deserves so much better. I'm sorry, but she should not be. Ruby Soho should have been a champion in AEW by now. But you know what? That's a story for another time. I could go off on a whole tangent on that, but
to sum up Dynamite, because of course you have the Andrade and Brody King match where Andrade kind of surprisingly picked up the win, but due to the turnbuckle being exposed. But to sum up Dynamite, a lot of really good matches, not a whole lot of story progressing. Which we had talked about that.
Hey, that's you get episodes like that from Dynamite, but
and then you get episodes that are the exact opposite as well.
Yeah. So hey, just enjoy wrestling. I'm just saying. Let's talk about Friday Night Rampage, and I tell you what, this match here is another matchup that could have been match of the week for us. That trios match with Penta El Ciro Mina, Commander and El Hijo del Vikingo going up against Top Flight and Action Andretti. I know you were salivating at watching that one, buddy.
Yeah, because I won't lie. I did not watch this live. I actually just watched Rampage like today. And man, that was some good stuff right there.
Yes,
man, like some of the stuff those guys can do. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And of course, my boys, Top Flight, picking up the win.
Looks like they may be getting a trios match here pretty soon.
Putting the Acclaim on notice.
Yeah.
Let's get to Collision. Of course, you had the Von Erichsen action.
Wait a minute. I was going to say, I want to mention when you get the Von Erichsen action, that badass moment with Kevin Von Erich putting on Orange Cassidy's glasses. AEW, Papa Khan signed the Von Erichs. Come on, let's do it. Iron Claw is coming out. It's perfect timing. But yes, Mr. B-Roll, as you requested, let's get right into Collision. I'll let you go right ahead because I know you got something you got to get off your chest, brother.
Yeah, I mean, so first off, you have Top Flight and Action Andretti challenging the Acclaim for the Trios title.
He was marking out.
Sounds like that's going to be happening. You had a solid opener with Andrade and Claudio.
Yes.
And then you had a brutal match between Brody and Mr. Bryan Danielson.
Incredible. Amazing me, Danielson's the beatings he's taking in this Continental Classic.
Yes. Had a crazy street fight that was pretty crazy, and I loved like the cosplay that like Willow and Stat did.
Oh yeah, that
Uh,
was pretty dope. But you know what? Let's just stop tippy toeing around it. I know
Okay.
what you want to talk about. Let's talk about it. It's affecting the entire wrestling community. Yes, Sky Blue is Sky Black. Oh no!
I don't know if that's actually so. Like
Isn't that what they called her on the? I swear that's what
Nigel McGuinness
Nigel said-
called her
yeah.
that, but like all like the graphics still say Sky Blue, so
Mhm.
I don't know.
So Sky Blue
But-
turned heel. Yippee doo! But did something else happen? Oh yeah, this.
Thunder Rosa.
Yes, we talk. I think we talk about her at least once a month. We're like, oh man, when's she coming back? When's she coming back, man? Well, now we got an answer. Thunder Rosa is back, baby. And guess what? She will be on Collision this Saturday, going up again, teaming up with Abaddon to go up against this new team of Julia Hart and Sky Blue. Hey, on the Sky Blue thing, like I don't know, we kind of like jokingly joke around about that, but I mean it's okay. It's something. Maybe it gives her a better character. I mean, it's worked for Julia. That's for damn sure.
I was gonna say, like, maybe just give it some time. Like,
Yeah.
look where Julia is now.
And can I just say this? I really love that finally AEW has finally been given some screen time to Abaddon. That is well deserved and long overdue as well, man. So kudos there. But
I am very excited for the in-ring return of Thunder Rosa, though.
I am too. And like I say, we can see it this coming up Saturday. Well, let's run down the Continental Classic.
And I will just say
update.
very quickly, she never lost her title belt.
Facts. These are all facts. Well, let's talk about the Gold League and our standings. Of course, Jon Moxley is still undefeated at 12 points. He is in the lead. We've got Swerve Strickland and Jay White at 9. Roosh is still kind of in the conversation, but some crazy shit would happen as he's at 6. And pretty much Mark Briscoe and Jay Lethal have been eliminated with 0 points. We do know this.
And they're going to face each other.
Yeah, but we do know this upcoming week, Moxley will go up against Jay White. Jay White could play a huge spoiler here. I mean, the way I look at it, I'm like you. I think it's going to come back around. You could end up seeing a 3-way between Jay White, Mox, and Swerve, which I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be like,
holy crap.
Yeah. Think about it, because if Swerve picks up his win, Jay White wins, then that's a 3-way tie, brother. So we could see that in the semifinals. So I don't know. But we'll know a lot more this upcoming Wednesday from Dynamite. But let's talk about the Blue League. Now, the Blue League, this one's a lot wider open because you've got technically you've got Andrade El Idolo and would have the tiebreak over Bryan Danielson as they both have 9 points. And then right at 6 points, you got Brody King, Claudio Castagnoli, and Eddie Kingston. Now, you can say Daniel Garcia has been eliminated from the Blue League, but I don't know. There's a lot that could happen in this Blue League. Me personally, I am holding out all hope that Eddie Kingston wins it. I still think it can be, but man, he's got a huge task coming up as he will have to go one-on-one with Andrade El Idolo to stay alive. So,
I mean, well, how could he win it? He has to hold some tiebreakers.
Yeah, but I mean, I still think he could, like, technically, because remember, he would go into the semifinals. He's going to have some help, but I think he can still technically get in.
He needs to, yeah. We need to skip this because if it's me doing math, we're going to be here a while. So I'll look at this later.
Yep, yes, indeed. Well, you know what? It's that time of the show. You look like you need to spice things up a little bit. Let's go to Spicy Guac with a spicy take.
'Tis the season for Vince Russo booking. Now, prepare yourselves for all of the gimmick matches. Santa on a pole, Christmas Ride Through Hell, eggnog in a playpen match, whatever you think. There was some mashed potato wrestling that happened locally, and I'm kind of upset that I didn't get to watch it. But it is that time of fa-la-la-la-la fuckery. Be prepared. Be prepared.
Oh, I want to see a Santa Rides to Hell match. That sounds like fun. Well, hey, let's talk about NXT this past Tuesday night. Loaded show. Again, NXT delivering. Of course, we got to see Cora Jade return in ring as well, because we ended up getting that tag match with Cora Jade and Blair Davenport going up against Laya Valkyrie. And I know your favorite, because you were telling me how excited you were to see her return, one Nikita Lyons. You're like, no. I don't like, okay, I know why a lot of people like her, but I don't know. I haven't really felt like a connection with her, honestly. But I'm glad she's healed up and back in the ring, don't be wrong. But I don't know, man. It's just like, okay, whatever. But she better not get in the way of one Blair Davenport challenging for that NXT Women's Championship.
Yeah.
I'll say that. Also, we got to see some of the men's matchups in the breakout tournament as well take place this past week. What'd you make of the whole thing with a Dijak?
Freaking crazy. Like,
Yeah.
anytime like the turnbuckle, like the ropes break and it gets used as a weapon, like, I don't know, my mind's like instantly blown. I'm like, because she's like, that has to hurt.
It's not a pleasant feeling, but once again, Tuesday nights, NXT owns it, and if you're not watching, you definitely need to be watching it. And let me say this too: Thursday nights, you need to be watching Impact Wrestling, and if you're not doing that, you need to watch that too. But Impact Wrestling this past week, another loaded show, man. What'd you make of the Josh Alexander and Umura matchup, man?
I loved the whole concept of kind of like what they did. They had done like some like pre-recorded, like never before seen, like hidden gems. So I quite enjoyed Impact here.
Yeah, it was a unique. It was a unique concept, because it's just like, well, we got this, so why not?
Yeah.
But I thought it was a really good, a really fun show, man. It was like you say, it's a very interesting concept. And we got some other news coming out of Impact Wrestling, or should I say TNA Wrestling? Gotta get used to saying that, brother.
I know, right?
We got an update on the Hard to Kill pay-per-view coming up in January. Alex Shelley to defend that TNA World Championship against Moose. Trinity will defend her Knockouts Championship against Jordan Grace. And how about that three-way for the X Division? Holy guacamole, Batman. Chris Sabin, you got your hands full. You're going up against Kushida and El Faikino. Hijo del Faikino. Oh, my gosh. That match is
going to be nuts.
Yeah, it is. You know what I love about this with the Kushida involvement? Because it's like Alex Shelley. It's like his two best partners. You got the Motor City Machine Guns on one hand, and you got the Time Splitters on the other. So that's going to be an interesting, like, how that goes. And speaking of Kushida, he is officially signed with Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. He will be a member of the TNA roster, making that TNA roster look pretty solid going into 2024. Well, hey, Mr. B-Roll, it's come the time of the show. Let's go to Husky for a hot take.
Pro Wrestling 60, what's happening? So we're closing in on the end of the year, and I have a prediction for 2024. I think 2024 is going to be the year of TNA. With the whole rebrand back to the original TNA, with them signing Kushida and re-signing Eddie Edwards, I think that 2024 is going to be a monumental year for that company. And I think, well, if things keep going the way they are, they might overtake AEW as the number 2 company in the world. What do you guys think?
Oh man, that is a hot take. I love what TNA is doing, but man, oh man, to be number 2 in North America, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Well, let's go to Japan because we got a lot going on in Japan this past week. Of course, the World Tag League came to a conclusion, and your IWGP Tag Team Champions Bushiman course, Yoshihashi and I cannot talk. Hiroki Goto ended up winning the World Tag League, and in the finals, they actually met El Phantasmo and Hikuleo, and it looks like that's actually going to be the matchup at Wrestle Kingdom for the tag team titles. As we're going to see the New Japan Strong Tag Champions go up against the IWGP Tag Team Champions. So that'll be interesting to see. And speaking of interesting and talking Wrestle Kingdom, we now officially know that the US UK title, it is no more. It is now going to be referred to as the Global Heavyweight Championship. And it will be declared, the inaugural champion will be declared at Wrestle Kingdom in Tokyo Dome, as you will see Jon Moxley, Will Ospreay, and David Finlay go at it in a 3-way matchup. I gotta tell you, B-Roll, I'm really not feeling the title of that, the name of that championship.
I know. I think it might be partially because people were hoping for the Intercontinental to come back, but
that's true.
But yeah, we shall see. We shall see.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not gonna hate it. Like, I don't know. Hey, we accepted the Universal title after a while, so I'm sure that's gonna be the same thing here. But
yeah.
But man, the biggest news to come out of Japan this week, though, how about this? This is insane to me. So all of these Japanese companies that you see here, everyone from New Japan Pro Wrestling to All Japan to Noah to DDT to Tokyo Joshi Pro, Stardom, and so much more. All of these companies are forming together to form a company. It's going to be called the United Japan Pro Wrestling Company. They're going to do like some super shows and stuff. Dude, this is huge, man. Like, and let me just say this, man. Like, I really feel like Japan is just showing you, like, this is how it's really done, folks. This is like all these companies can work together. You can have successful like shows, and this is the proof in the pudding. But this is freaking huge, man. Could you imagine here, like this, folks? This is the equivalent, like here in North America, if WWE, AEW, TNA, NWA, GCW, all these companies decided to put on a super show, like a series of super shows. That's what this is. This is massive on a whole nother level. What do you think of this, B-Roll?
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely exciting. I mean, I think the part that has me the most intrigued is like the Stardom and the Tokyo Joshi Pro.
Yes.
With them being involved in it, like maybe, which, I mean, it's slowly begun, but like maybe we'll get to see more female matches in New Japan at Wrestle Kingdom and all these things.
Pretty cool, man.
Gonna get champions versus champions, probably. Need me some Okada, Kaito Kiyomiya, like all these things are,
anything is possible. Endless possibilities here, folks. We say this all the time here on PW60. What a great time to be a professional wrestling fan. There's just so much action going on. Speaking of which, let's go to our good friend Michael for the Independent Report.
What up, y'all? It's Michael with another Independent Wrestling Report. First, we have Virginia Championship Wrestling at the famous Norfolk Masonic Temple. Saturday, February 3rd. That is 7007 Granby Street. Doors open at 6:30. Bell time is at 7 p.m. You can get your tickets at vcwprowrestling.com. Secondly, we have All Class Independent Wrestling presents Cross the Line February 2nd at the Royal Banquet Hall. That is 2525 Elizabeth Lake Road in Waterford, Michigan. You can get the tickets there at acIwrestling.com. And lastly, we have Elevation Pro Wrestling presents Check Yes or Bro. February 10th. Doors open at 6 p.m. That is at 509 South Railroad Street, Livingston, North Carolina. And you can get tickets for that event at elevationprowrestling.com.
Is it legal there? I think so. Yeah.
It is. Yeah, it is now.
Oh, wait a minute. Speaking of which, wah, wah, wah. Well, folks, Liv Morgan got arrested this week. Can I just call this is the most utter bullshit in the world? So if you don't know, folks, Liv Morgan was arrested in Florida for having possession of, dramatic pause, marijuana. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's fucking legal in like how many other states but Florida? And like I think Florida has a rule where it's like if you have a prescription for it, it's okay. But if you and it's medical, I don't know. I just think this is a bunch of shit. I think ultimately WWE is gonna laugh it off. Well, maybe not laugh it off, but you know, they're just gonna like
They're gonna be like, no, bad.
It's like, who the fuck is it smoking weed in the WWE? Come on, man. I mean, shit. Hell, maybe Liv was like hanging out with like I don't know, Broski himself or something, you know. But it's a bummer, you know. I hope nothing truly like crazy comes out of this. Like, surely to God they're not gonna fire her. That'd be the stupidest thing in the world. But you could definitely bet she's probably gonna be suspended after she's healed up from her injury. But craziness coming out in the world of wrestling this week with Liv Morgan getting arrested for marijuana. But thank God for this, folks. It appears that the Yeet movement is back on. Yeet! As
Yeet.
it looks like WWE has resolved whatever copyright issues there were for using Yeet, and Jimmy Uso can be happy again and just say Yeet all day, every day, and we get the Yeet shirts, like all
Yeet.
the Yeet merch. Yeet, Yeet,
Yeet.
Yeet. I'm happy for this because I was like, man, that was such a cool thing, you know, that was getting over and stuff. But thank God the Yeet movement can continue on in the WWE. And we got to talk about this. This happened at the earlier part of the week, but what about Mark Briscoe kind of having a little bit of a beef with the WWE Fox Twitter account or X account, whatever the hell you want to call it, because of what they put out a picture essentially of Lashley and the Street Profits calling them dim boys. It's like, the fuck, really? It's like, what are you thinking? Come on, man. That's their thing.
Come on, man.
Yeah, that ain't even right. But nonetheless, Mark Briscoe, hey, he put him in their place, and hey, he did pick up that big win at Final Battle in that 6-man tag. And hey, this was huge. This week, the Iron Claw red carpet took place as the Iron Claw has premiered. Nothing but huge rave reviews. But for us wrestling fans, the big story coming out of here is that picture down there in the lower left, folks. MJF with some invisible man in a suit, apparently. That's never going to get old. MJF and John Cena, like next to each other. MJF, and you see MJF and Baron Corbin. Of course, MJF's the producer on the Iron Claw. MJF and Liv Morgan, and the moment there where he's like, yeah, I'm just going to start more rumors that we're dating.
I'm just here to start more dating rumors.
Yeah. So, pretty cool seeing all these stars come out for the Iron Claw. And you and I are both talking about this. We are super stoked to see this movie. Like,
Yes.
as a wrestling fan and as a movie buff as well, I think this is easily going to be an Oscar contender for sure. And I cannot wait to see the Iron Claw, which will be coming to you this Christmas weekend. So it's going to be a dope ass movie, I think. It's going to be sad though. Definitely get your Kleenexes out. That's for damn sure. So speaking of MJF, it was announced that he's going to be inducted into the National Jewish Sports Hall of Fame.
Say that 10 times fast.
No kidding, right? Yeah. But a pretty cool moment for him. He totally deserves it because he is our scumbag after all. But that's
right.
a pretty dope moment. Congratulations to him. He, like I say, he truly deserves it.
Hey, fans are invited to attend, so do you want to go?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll take a plane there.
Okay.
How about this? It does seem like Warner Brothers Discovery is adding a new show that is not AEW or any other wrestling company. It's the Micro Wrestling League, as they're getting a reality show. Big Little Brawlers will be coming to Discovery next year. I find it interesting because I follow these guys on TikTok and stuff, and I'm a dumbass. I did not know like Psycho and the Pinky Shortcake apparently are married. So I
I
guess it's
didn't
going to talk about, it's going to talk about their relationship, as well as little Ivar theirs trying to get in the ring and stuff. So it should be an interesting show. I enjoy watching the micro wrestling. Like, I think it's pretty cool what they got going. But I mean, hey, but looks like we're getting a reality series. Kind of random that we're going to get that as a reality series, but I'm for it. And speaking of random, you know where I'm going with this. Let's go to Brian with Brian's random moment of the week.
Hi again. Yeah, it's my turn here on PW60. Brian's random. Wait, you just see my shiny forehead. So imagine the hat's there with the logo, but you ought to know by now, hopefully. And you've had fun with all the awesome content creators, and now you got me. So here we go. Looking at the wrestling series that we've done so far for the last several months about your ultimate version of pro wrestling factions in history. We're moving more into more modern factions, more modern times. And I'm going to look now at All Elite Wrestling and a faction that started on the very first episode of Dynamite in October of 2019. That, of course, would be Chris Jericho's Inner Circle, the first time that Chris Jericho has really been a part of a faction as far as I know. Now, of course, obviously the first time he's ever led a faction, been the head of it, which, again, with his amazing career and all that he's done, that actually he gets to add that to his great list of accolades. So we know, of course, the Inner Circle, Santana Ortiz, Sammy Guevara, and Jake Hager. Now, there was rumors that Penta and Rey Fenix were supposed to be the tag team in the faction, but they were not. And we know that there was a couple of part-time members, short-term members, MJF and Wardlow, as part of that storyline, some really funny skits. So what I want you to do, as we have done, is build your ultimate version. Stick with the 5 members. And again, the criteria can be anybody else from All Elite Wrestling in that time, or someone from maybe MLW, the Independents, WWE, from the time of the existence of the Inner Circle, 2019 to about 2021, somewhere in that time range. So no pulling from Ken Patera from back in the 80s, nothing like that, no time machine stuff there. Just keep it within the same time range. And here's the fun part. With your 5, do you take Chris Jericho out and put maybe a MJF in and build Inner Circle around him or someone else? Do you keep Jericho, replace? Tell me who you're taking out, who you're putting in for your ultimate 5 members of the Inner Circle of All Elite Wrestling.
Oh, I love you, Brian. Bringing the heat. That's a good one on the Inner Circle there. And hey, let's talk about, we love Brian, but we also love our wrestling content creators with our Ruby Ringside wrestling content creator of the week. He's none other than Wells Mania. Wells Mania puts out some incredible content. We got to meet him actually back at Squared Circle Expo. Has an awesome podcast you should definitely go follow. Super awesome, nice guy. Has some great points of views, some great knowledge about the world of pro wrestling. Overall, he's just a super nice dude.
You know what?
Yeah.
He has a really awesome beard.
Yeah, he does. Like, I'm getting kind of jelly. Like, I love my beard, but man, that's a pretty nice ass beard. I mean, what's more else can we say to get him over? Wells Mania is our Ruby Ringside wrestling content creator of the week here on Pro Wrestling 60. Well, how about this? Big news we found out this week that one Nick Nemeth will be returning in ring to the world of professional wrestling early next year. And actually, it's going to be in Puerto Rico, of all places, as he is going to be wrestling for the WWC, which was Carlos Colon's company, on January the 20th. Are you excited to see one Nick Nemeth back in the ring?
I mean, I think ultimately he's going to end up in AEW, but yes, it is. It is exciting to see, like, all of these, like, what all these people are doing next.
Yeah,
like Mustafa Ali's putting out Cryptic.
Yeah, because remember, everybody's
stuff.
90 days is pretty much up, so they could go wherever.
So
it's fair game, baby.
Yeah, so it's exciting to kind of see, like, what some of the next things are for, some of these people.
Yeah, it really is. And he's not the only person we found out will be making an in-ring to return, and we got a date. Yes, CM Punk is officially going to make his in-ring return against Dirty Dom. Man, Punk has got a set of cojones on him.
Diving into the deep end with a hardened criminal.
I mean, geez, dude, like for real, you know. But I think there was a funny joke out there. I think about Punk. What was it? Analyzing about working with young guys or something like that, or something like. Which I don't know. I think is a bunch of bullshit anyway. So I'm not even gonna shed any more light on it. But I think this is great. I mean, why wouldn't you want to work with Dirty Dom? And I think we talk about long term storytelling. Like I think Punk said something like, "I've been wanting to smack that kid since he was 8 years old. Never forget that Straight Edge Society segment with Rey Mysterio." But hey, man, I think this is going to be a pretty dope matchup, and I'm excited to see it. It's going to take place on a house show actually in Los Angeles at the Kia Forum. So that'll be at the end of the year. CM Punk will be back in a WWE ring. Well, as we say, Christmas week has officially kicked off here on Cole TV. We have got a phenomenal week of content lined up for you. It's our gift from us to you. And right now, we want to give you an exclusive sneak peek of what you can expect to see the rest of the week here on Cole TV.
Oh, Christmas week has begun here on Cole TV, and now here's a very sneak peek of what you can expect the rest of this week.
Because it's Christmas time, I gave you my heart, but the very next day we have got a heck of a tournament lined up. This is NCAA style, baby. I mean, this is across the board. We have got 4 different regions we're going to be covering here.
I'm going to warn y'all, I will probably be the heel of this episode.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Are you saying you're going to be the Grinch?
A little bit. I do work in retail.
Okay.
I'm going to say this blatantly. Fuck A Christmas Story. Like, yeah, seriously. Fuck that movie.
Michael has entirely too much power here right now. I'm just saying.
And I'm a little scared.
Oh, you better be scared because, like Dad had, it's fuck A Christmas Story.
Wow. I swear to God, I will walk out on my own podcast if Christmas Vacation gets a beat in the first round.
We are here at the world-famous Davis Arena here in Louisville, Kentucky for Ohio Valley Wrestling. No. This is like an IKEA for Christmas stores. What the hell? And here at Bronner's, it's all about the ornaments with over 6,000 different ornaments to choose from. And half of those are actually made in-house here. And of course, being in a German township, you know they're going to have a collection of nice winter beer steins. And here we got a selection of Advent calendars. Ooh, tunnels. I love light tunnels.
And Merry Christmas, everybody. Where the hell's B-Roll and Jay? Oh my God, did Krampus already get them?
They were here, and I think they went inside his sack.
Oh,
He
dear
whipped out
God.
his sack, and they went inside his sack.
Wow.
Hey kids, I just bit a bag of mushrooms. I don't know where the hell I am. What the hell are these?
Yes. Sniff my butt.
Holding on to each other. Oh God, are you okay?
Oh God, I almost got them out of his clutches.
Aw.
I fought.
Did you see them?
I could barely see. I could see a twinkle in Bureau's eye. I saw Sting. Yeah, I saw Sting sitting on your damn lap.
I got
How do you think he is?
Sorry. He's with me now. It's okay. I thought we got through this.
Well, how can he be there when he's right here?
Is this like some Parent Trap stuff right here? Like, how can you have Sting when I have Sting?
Who do we shoot? I don't know which one.
All right, kids, if you want to run up on my crew, then you best be prepared. I'm going to bust a cap in your ass. Oh, man, let me get some of them pussy wings.
Pussy wings.
Pussy wings. I forgot
Pussy
they made
wings.
those at Burger King. Man, they need to bring pussy wings back, man.
You know, I remember as a young lad eating pussy wings every fucking Tuesday.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, and may everyone have the happiest New Year.
Yes, indeed. We have got a phenomenal lineup, like you said there. There's so much coming this week here on Cold TV. And like I say, it's our gift from us to you. We appreciate all your love and support. And hey, don't just take our word for it. It's not just us. All of us here at PW60 want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. Matter of fact, check this out.
That is some real good work. Oh, wasn't expecting you guys here. Just admiring my handiwork here. You don't believe it's real. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, look, I know a lot of you guys haven't seen my face in quite some time, and I do apologize for that. I've been feeling under the weather, as you guys can probably tell, but I promise you'll be seeing a lot more of this face, not just here on Cold TV, but also on my own channel as well. So make sure you're subscribed to both of those. But what I really want to do is, because my buddies XLJ the OG and Mr. B-Roll asked me to give you a very special holiday greeting, so to speak. And well, that's what I'm here to do. So, to all of you who are subscribed here to Cold TV, and those of you who are fans of PW60, and of course my PW60 family, I want to wish you all a very happy and safe holidays. No matter what you celebrate, whether it be Christmas, whether it be Hanukkah, whether it be Kwanzaa, whatever holidays you celebrate, just make sure you enjoy them with those you love. And of course, I hope everybody gets whatever they've asked for this holiday season. Make sure you got all the Christmas presents you asked for. Make sure that you haven't gotten too full off that holiday ham. And most importantly, sit your happy ass down and have a Merry Christmas. And a Happy Hanukkah. And a Happy Kwanzaa. And a solemnly dignified Ramadan. Even though Ramadan isn't in December. Just celebrate the holidays and sit your happy ass down. I gotta go fix a light.
What up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. B-Roll here. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
What's going on, Pro Wrestling 60? Have a very, very happy holiday season and a happy 2024 to you. Hopefully it treats you better than 2023 did. Be good or be good at it, kids.
Merry Christmas and happy holidays from y'all's Wrestling Encyclopedia.
What is up, everybody? Grant from Extremely Wrestling here with Cola, here to tell you all very Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Festivus, whatever you celebrate, man. Happy holidays. Just have a good one. Super grateful for the entire PW60 family, and we will catch you next time. Y'all have a good holiday. Be safe out there.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Sienna Chanel, or SC for short. I know it's been a while, I mean real life, busy, all that stuff, but anyway, just want to wish each and every one of y'all Feliz Navidad, Merry Christmas, or whichever holiday y'all are celebrating. Hope y'all get to spend time with your loved ones, your friends, family, neighbor, or whichever on this time of the year, y'all, and hopefully y'all will able to let's just say spend this most wonderful time of the year. And by the way, Die Hard is indeed a Christmas movie. Alright, anyway, you guys, hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, and a happy holiday. Take care.
Merry Christmas from BGM! Everyone at PW60! People are giving me weird looks! Shania Twain!
Spicy Guac, wishing you, all of me familia, a lovely Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, joyous Kwanzaa, and all of the special holidays that everybody celebrates, because we are all one. We are Wrestle Talk, baby!
What is up, all of you festive marks? It is your Wrestle Talk Drip God Hambone here, coming on here to wish you and all your little Mark family a happy holiday.
Holidays.
From all of us here at Pro Wrestling 60, we want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
The happiest of New Years to come.
Oh, indeed. And yes, we all want to wish you all a Merry Christmas if you don't know that by now. And hey, we got a little bit as we close out our PW60 holiday episode here, a little programming note. We won't have an episode next week, of course, because it is Christmas. However, we're going to be back the next week, but it's not going to be your typical wrestling, your PW60 show. Oh, no, no, no. It is our third annual Golden Headlock Award show. We are going to take a look back at the year of 2023, and we're going to give out awards for some of the best in professional wrestling. So be on the lookout for that. That'll be coming to you on January the 1st. And it's hard to believe we are already through the year of 2023, but man, oh man, what a year it was. Well, that's going to wrap it up for this holiday special of Pro Wrestling 60. And we hope you all have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, and all that in between. And Merry Festivus, too, as well. I'm XLJ, the OG, joined by my partner in crime, Mr. B-Roll. And don't forget to tune in here tomorrow for a brand new episode of Coldcast. Everybody have a happy, happy holiday. See you next time.